everyone, welcome to our episode of Super Reaction Bros. I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And on today's episode, we're taking a look at the death battle of Goku Black versus Reverse Flash.
Dragon Ball versus DC.
Also known as evil version of the main antagonist versus evil version of the main antagonist.
The opposite. The pretty much the opposite.
Sorry, let me rephrase it. It's the evil version of the main protagonist versus the evil version of the main protagonist. That's pretty much what it is.
Or mainly just, they're villains pretty much who are copies of the main protagonist.
So basically, we already know Goku Black because we both have caught up with Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we have.
Pretty much evil version of Goku that was taken over by one of the Kais who uses Super Dragon Balls to wish himself into the body of Goku and wreak havoc upon the world, aka a different new version of Future Trunks. Well, future. And then there's Reverse Flash, otherwise known as Eobard Dawn.
Yes.
Who I don't know a lot about his backstory, aside from what they've shown me on the Flash TV series, and what you've told me based on some of the stuff from the DC lore.
He's definitely somebody who looked up to the Flash in the distant future. Pretty much, he looked up to him and... he was a big fan and stuff like that, but then it's like he wanted to become his own hero.
Yeah, so. One notable similarity between the two entities is that they both are using their opposites' power.
Same ability and power.
But for true evil intention.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because considering how the Goku Black arc ended.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took the god of all that universe to snap his fingers and erase from existence. The entire universe existence to stop Goku Black.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how they're going to do it here.
We'll have to see. I mean, at this point, if I had to choose, pretty much gun to head, if I had to choose like which one I would think would win, I have to go with Goku Black.
I have to go with Goku Black too, but like I said, that's only based on fact.
Yeah, just because we're going off of the series and stuff like that. But who knows? Maybe they could change their mind, maybe before the fight, or maybe there's something new information. Depends on the information they're going off of. That's what we're going. That's what we're probably bringing up at this point now. So let's just dive into this for the death battle for Goku Black versus Reverse Flash, Dragon Ball versus DC. So, here we go.
Goku Black, the body-stealing arbiter of divine justice.
And the Reverse Flash, DC's psychopathic speedster fanboy.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
But I'd say the sincerest form of flattery is not trying to kill your superhero husbando. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
He bars while he's drinking tea, that's hilarious.
What consumes the thoughts of a god? What do immortals dream of with all the time in the world? In Zamasu's case, his one goal was divine justice.
Yeah, this guy's got major Final Fantasy big bad energy all over him.
As the assistant to Universe 10's Supreme Kai, Zamasu prized, above all else, cosmic order and natural beauty.
Oh, that reminds me. Did you know I can burp and fart at the same time? Here, let me try.
Unsurprisingly, Zamasu despised the inherently chaotic nature of mortals, being seemingly unwilling to lift themselves out of their own cycle of violence and stupidity, like some people I know.
Yeah, I know those people too. His heart was clouded. Until the day he met Son Goku.
With God Ki, Goku could match blows with the god of destruction, Beerus. Their clash nearly destroyed the entirety of Universe 7, a cosmological structure at least 9 times larger than our own universe. At most, it could even be as large as 13 times greater than ours. Side note, it's worth mentioning that when 2 gods of destruction fought, they were capable of casually destroying 2 of these universes.
And since the shockwaves from their punches traveled across Universe 7 in seconds, they'd have to be hitting way faster than light.
Goku was tapping into his Super Saiyan God form for this, though clearly not at its full strength. While the exact multiplier for Super Saiyan Blue is unknown, Toriyama himself has directly compared it to the original Super Saiyan form.
And don't forget, Goku trained with Whis and fought in the tournament with Universe 6 before Zamasu caught up with him. So by that time, he was way stronger.
Here was a mortal
Yeah,
with
that's
the
true.
powers of gods beyond even Zamasu's abilities. Someone who could bring his dreams to fruition.
So Sammy did what anyone would do in that situation. Kill his master to become the Supreme Kai, wish on the Super Dragon Balls to switch bodies with Goku, and kill every single mortal in the universe.
And thus the deity Zamasu became Goku Black.
Please,
know.
Goku Black? You couldn't be more creative.
Now, you might be
So
wondering,
true.
why didn't he just wish all the mortals dead? But that wouldn't be as fun, would it? Black's got all of Goku's strength and powers, but wielded by a genocidal maniac instead of that lovable goober of a monkey man.
And in keeping with Goku's Saiyan heritage and godly ki, Black can easily achieve the form of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
But with a champagneful twist.
Super Saiyan
Rose.
Rosé? Really? What is he, a suburban wine mom? Watch out before he unlocks Super Saiyan Live, Laugh, Love! Technique too, like the instant transmission, where he focuses on a person's key signature to teleport to their location. He's even got the Black Kamehameha, which is a Kamehameha, but pink.
And with a Saiyan body, he gets stronger and stronger every time he almost dies. He just becomes harder and harder to kill.
Which really sucks for the rest of the universe, because Black is kind of like if Goku just snapped one day and used his powers to their full murderous potential.
Like
We'll get to
the
that
God
reverse
split
slash.
cut, where he surrounds his hands with a keyblade to slice you to ribbons. He used this very technique to, kill Goku's family.
He can even extend this Keyblade into a huge curved one called the Azure Dragon Sword, which, along with his Kamehameha, confirms my suspicions that Goku is colorblind.
Actually, Black's Azure Dragon Sword is named after a legendary weapon wielded by one of Earth's greatest warriors, the Desert Bandit Yamcha. Wait, what?
And he
Wait, what? I love that! Wait, what? Cut to next scene.
Black, not Crater Boy over here. But his
Not
most
Crater Boy.
dastardly weapon isn't a key.
Oh, Yamcha, wait, what?
It's the time ring he got from his dead master.
Yeah.
This ring allowed Black to travel through time and even escape into future Trunks' alternate timeline, where he had free reign over the entire universe.
And let him team up with his best bud, himself. Too bad Goku and company showed up to spoil the fun. But wait, isn't Zamasu in Goku's body? How are there two Gokus? There's only one Goku in the multiverse, right? Goku met Black before he met
There you go.
Zamasu, which means Black existed before
Even he's
Zamasu
like,
came up with the idea. And then they killed
4,
Zamasu before he could do it anyway,
5.
but Goku Black was still around? What the hell is going on?
Sure, it's a classic grandfather's paradox. The thing is, Black's time ring prevents him from being affected by alterations to his own personal timeline. So, killing him in the past doesn't change his future, and vice versa. He's almost impossible to kill because even if you do it at one point in time, he still exists at another point in time. And another, and another, and another, and another.
That's what's gonna be a very
God, I
interesting
hate
fight
time
with the
travel.
Flash, you know?
Black has crushed
Reverse
Saiyans
Flash.
like Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. Hell, even Vegito couldn't beat him. He even merged with the universe to become one with everything. Like I said, major Final Fantasy villain vibes here.
It took Zeno, the Omni King, the most powerful being in all of creation, to step in and erase that entire timeline just to stop Black's rampage. How ironic. Zamasu's higher calling was the eradication of all mortal life in the universe, and he stole the strongest mortal's body to do it. But in the end, he was always doomed to fail. His quest for power meant nothing against a being that would always be stronger no matter what he did or who he was.
And the universe ended up being destroyed
God
anyway.
damn it, Arc
It's
wasn't
like one
great.
big cosmic joke with no one left to laugh.
You've been running around making messes for too long, and now I'm going to choke the life from you. I can't wait to watch you die.
Wait, that's not Black.
There we go.
Wait, he's not
Not
black.
He's not
Is
Black.
one of the greatest heroes in history, an inspiration to many across time and space. And there's no better example than his #1 fan from the 25th century, Eobard Thawne.
I wish
I love that. I love the
a
explosion.
lot of
Now you get to
stupid
learn.
names for things in our years here at Death Battle. But I'm confident that Eobard is the dumbest f***ing first name I've ever heard in my life. Eobard was completely
I love the explosion.
and dedicated his whole life to studying the Speed Force like a total nerd. Good luck to him because there's no way he's figuring that shit out.
But Thawne's life irrevocably changed the day he discovered a time capsule from the 21st century. By some strange coincidence, it just so happened to contain Barry's costume. By experimenting on it, Thawne managed to replicate the Flash's powers, turning himself into a mirror of his idol.
And you can bet he totally crapped himself when Barry Senpai showed up in the future and took him under his wing. It was a dream come true.
Until Barry realized that Thawne had fabricated crimes in order to show up and save the day. Disgraced, Thawne promised to better himself before traveling to the past to prove his worth to his hero, to prove that their bond was special.
Please.
That's when Thawne found out that Barry already had a best friend, and a family, and a life. Without him, he didn't matter. He wasn't special. He was just a nobody Barry tossed out in the trash and forgot about. Like my Tinder dates do to me.
If only. When Thawne visited the Flash Museum in Barry's time, he discovered the secret identity to Flash's greatest enemy that in his future had been lost to time. The one Barry was fated to kill in battle. Eobard Thawne.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Oh, ain't that a bitch?
Yeah.
Ain't that a
Drove
bitch?
Thawne mad. If he couldn't be Flash's
Likes Barry on Barry, hates
be
Barry
his
on Barry.
greatest enemy. And I guess also ensure his own future death.
He would travel from the future to terrorize the Flash family in the past. Revenge in reverse. He'd become the Reverse Flash.
Reverse Flash. We're really setting the world on fire with these names today, huh, Wiz?
Thawne draws his powers from the negative Speed Force, which he generates with every step he takes, just like Barry does with the regular Speed Force. The negative Speed Force gives Thawne access to many of the Flash's powers, including his mind-bending super speed, enough to travel all across time and space in days. He can keep up with and surpass other speedsters like Barry and Wally.
Who once ran fast enough to cross the universe faster than two gods who could teleport. Wally even beat himself in a race, and Barry admitted Thawne was still faster than that. Wait just a second, he beat himself? That doesn't even make sense.
But unlike Barry and
Really?
Wally, Thawne applies his powers more catastrophically, using them to their full potential without any care for collateral. Take, for instance, his ability to vibrate himself through solid objects.
Objects like, say, vital organs. And if he did, he'd scramble their molecules, causing instant death. Thawne did just that to Barry's wife, Iris, and Barry did not appreciate it.
Thawne's vibrations are so powerful, he can even produce a counterforce that can reverse the destruction of the entire universe.
Pretty crazy sounding, but even B-tier speedsters like Jenny Ognats can do the same kind of thing. And when Barry and Wally raced each other, they were tearing up the entire multiverse.
Thawne can create shockwaves with a snap, phase into your body and possess you, and even speak at such high speeds that you'll hear his words as though they were your own thoughts. And instead of stealing your speed like other Flashes, he can steal your time.
Yeah, Thawne can yoink decades from your life and age you 80 years in just a few seconds. Kinda sounds like your sex life, huh, Wiz?
But Thawne's greatest ability is his unmatched skill at time travel, and he uses this expertise to be as petty and cruel as humanly possible.
Thawne wasn't a dummy. He knew that if he went back in time to kill Barry before he got his powers, he'd erase himself from the time stream too. So instead, he'd just make Barry's life suck as hard as he could, push him down some stairs, retcon his best friend from history, kill his mom. He even told Barry he'd go back in time and adopt him as his own son. Dude, what the fuck?
That's another big difference between Thawne and Barry. Whereas Barry only went back in time to save his mother's life, Thawne often went back in time to try to fix his own mediocre life. He killed his more successful younger brother, his career rival at the Flash Museum, and every single boyfriend his crush had until there was no one left but him.
And when she still rejected him, he went back in time again and made her an invalid for the rest of her life. Jesus Christ! This guy's a monster! But wait, Wiz, that's impossible! Grandpappy Paradox or whatever. If he went back in time to kill someone, they'd be dead in the future, which means
he'd never know them and want to go back in time in the first place, right?
Wiz, maybe time is a construct with no legitimate unit of measurement other than the meager attempts man has made to understand the incomprehensible world around him.
Well, actually, Thawne was just inside the time stream when Barry initiated Flashpoint, which rewrote the universe while Thawne was technically disconnected from it. So, Thawne essentially broke. Literally, figuratively, mentally, physically, temporally.
Or maybe he just hated Barry so much it defied the laws of time itself. Whoa!
Mind
More
blown.
Mind
specifically,
blown.
he became a living paradox, a being without a past or future, literally without continuity. Not only did this mean he'd be unaffected by changes to his past, it made him effectively immortal.
Stabbed in the chest by evil Batman, vaporized by Iris in some sweet, sweet payback, or getting Dr. Manhattan by the big blue god dog himself. Thawne was always reborn, unable to stay dead.
But more than anything, it made him
Ugh.
immune from consequences.
Unlike Barry, whose changes to time could destroy all of reality, Thawne could do whatever he wanted. He was impossible to stop with no reason to hold
Right,
back.
we saw
He
bullet hole in his
survived a
head.
hit
Yeah.
from Barry while he had the entire Speed Force absorbed into him, and even Wally's infinite mass punch, which has the mass of a white dwarf star. A white dwarf is essentially the remains of a star's ultra-dense core, which has a mass of over 2 octillion tons.
And he took one of those to the noggin and just took a nap. Man, he must really hate Barry if a sun to the face can't take him down.
That's-
But he
Son to the-
doesn't hate Barry. All of his schemes, all of his machinations, all of his insane timeline-shattering threats, all of it was because it was the only way he could think of to spend time with his hero.
That's really sad.
His
That's why I wouldn't
costume
mind
says
seeing
it
a
all.
Reverse Flash
He never intended
film.
to be the Reverse Flash.
You know, that would be so
He wanted to
cool,
be the
you know?
Kid Flash. All Thawne ever really desired was to be by Barry's side.
In the end, though, goody little Two Shoes Barry forgave him and then vibrated away his living paradox powers, erasing him from existence.
Though not entirely. Barry didn't kill Thawne, he reset his timeline, removing the one thing driving his hatred, his relationship with Barry. Without that, Thawne was a normal, happy Flash fan once again.
It's comics, Wiz. He'll
Interesting.
be back. And when he does, there'll be no running. He'll always be faster. He'll always catch you. And time is always on his side.
Still think you can take me? Even death can't catch me.
As I said, it would be so cool to have a Reverse Flash
All
solo
right, the
film.
combatants are set. We've run the data through all possible...
My brain hurts by so much time stuff.
I know, I feel that's why when he was losing it, he was just like, oh god, my brain hurts.
At least with Goku Black,
From years of
all you can say is
show,
time ring.
very
I don't have to
few
explain
actual skills
anything.
that
Say this
confidence
time
will
ring,
take
that's
you
it.
far in life.
That's all I
why
can
Blue
give
Chew
you.
delivers the same
Yeah.
of ingredients as Viagra and Cialis in
It did
chewable
Goku
tablet
Black
form
arc. Okay, I
right to
shouldn't
your
Goku
door.
Black arc, but it did get one of my favorite Goku moments the entire series, which is of course
Getting ready to go
Goku
is
mad.
simple. Just sign up at
Goku
BlueChew.com,
very mad.
consult with one of their
Because you don't really see
licensed
Goku very
providers.
mad.
Once approved,
He's
yours-
more like, let's enjoy the fight. No, he was
It's all done online,
pissed.
which
It's
means
one of
no more
my favorite
awkward
moments when he
conversations with
just
your doctor or waiting
beats
in
the
line for
shit out of Black and
Blue Chew
Zamasu.
anytime, day or night.
He
So
just
you can
beats
plan ahead
me.
or
Oh my
be
God.
ready.
I don't know who's fucking gonna win this. Fucking Reverse Flash up until a point with a living paradox. And Goku Black's technically a living paradox too. They're literally going to collapse the entire multiverse.
They're gonna collapse the death battle itself.
But I don't know. I'm gonna go Goku Black.
I'm going Goku Black.
It took a literal god of all to kill Goku Black. Barry did it. To defeat Reverse Flash. I'm going to Goku Black.
It was me, Barry. I was the one who...
The Flash kills Quicksilver. Bring out the death.
Yeah, nice nod.
Mortal sinners, prepare for divine justice!
Fight! I think that's a one fan request they still get. Why doesn't he stop doing the fight?
Excuse me, sir. I'm in need of your services.
Oh
That
god!
was clever. Hey, also we didn't bring it up. This is also a Dragon Ball DC fight where we really actually kind of intrigued by it. It's not just Goku Superman.
Yeah.
Where's the joke? Where's the joke? By Short has by Yamcha. Wait, what? They can do this because shut up.
Yeah. Yikes.
Incoming genius.
Incoming genius.
I'm a
2D animated.
Magnificent.
Yeah, of course he can move at that speed as well.
He's in the Speed Force. The negative.
Mortal sinners, prepare for divine.
Not over yet. So.
Why aren't you dead?
Aren't you
You know
dead?
what? It feels like it's gonna be a draw on this one.
No. I think it's gonna be the definitive winner.
We'll see.
Ooh, it's one of everybody's favorite finishing moves in Dragon Ball Fighters. This is going to another moment now. They're each killing each other off. I like this clever.
Just before. Yeah.
Wait.
I think.
Wait, that scene's from the Flash Quicksilver fight.
That's why he was like, little does he know that I play, for a Flash.
Rage in itself. That is the work of a god. Empty threats to a living paradox. How truly foolish.
He took his time rank and destroyed it.
Was that important?
That's that important.
Okay.
Oh, okay. The one thing that keeps him
Alive, which keeps him a living paradox. Because Reverse Flash, okay.
I wouldn't think they would go that
You
far.
are going straight to DC jail.
You know what?
You're going straight to DC jail.
No,
We've
Have
sent
fun.
enough people to that sun. We really should have a timeshare.
This was a fairly tricky matchup to figure out. Least of all,
Flash,
their
the Reverse
incredible
Let's see what
power.
they say.
I know
Black
where
can
they're
destroy a
gonna go with it.
universe like ours at least 660 times over. I mean, a punch at least as big as a star is really badass. But that's in another league.
However, there was a lot more to cover than just how many stars or universes they could blow up. At their peak, both Goku Black and Reverse Flash were so impressive they were removed from time itself, becoming living paradoxes,
Yeah, they're
making
both-
any attempt to kill either of them.
That was,
meaningless.
I gotta admit, it's one of
Time
my
travel.
clever death
It's difficult
battles.
to determine who would figure out a counter to this temporal invincibility first, but it would most
Yeah.
likely rely on a combination of speed and smarts.
As far as speed goes, it's no surprise Thawne definitely had the edge. Yeah, Black's attacks could reach speeds quintillions of times faster than light, but Thawne is a Flash.
Even early in his career as a member of the Flash family, Wally West could reach speeds that were impossible to comprehend and calculate. There
Yeah.
are numerous examples of this for multiple iterations of the Flash, many of whom Thawne was clearly equal to.
Plus, he's kind of an expert when it comes to timey-wimey bullshit.
And he could likely overpower Black and destroy said time ring too. After all, Thawne once generated enough energy to counter the destruction of the entire DC universe, which is stated in comics to be at least 100 trillion light years in diameter. That's over 1 billion times larger than our own universe, and over 70 million times larger than Dragon Ball's Universe 7.
It's
Yeah.
sort of impossible to lock down the exact limits of Goku Black's upper strength without getting into lots of assumptions and guesswork. He's obviously stronger than Goku was when he clashed with Beerus, but even being super generous with training and power boosts and multipliers, the gap here is way too wide to be able to just assume Goku Black could match this level of power.
Oh, that's why they didn't use
The
Fuse
universe
Zamasu
is
in this
just
fight.
too big.
Yeah.
And remember, Barry and Wally's race almost ripped apart the entire DC multiverse.
It's
He's a
also
one
important to
man
stress that Goku Black is not Goku. Goku's drive and willpower can push through even the most absurd limits to potentially match higher levels of power. Zamasu took Goku's body because he's more than willing to take shortcuts. It's an entirely different mindset.
Yeah, and once he took care of that time ring, Reverse Flash had a lot more options than just overpowering
2D animation
Black.
was a
With
bit
that super
odd,
speed,
yeah.
he could pretty easily scramble Black's insides or age him to death
Because
with a
he
touch.
doesn't need a ring.
Zamasu may have been a deity even without the time ring, but Goku's body is mortal with a limited range of age. Might have really screwed yourself with that one, huh, Zam Zam?
Goku Black was a nightmarish foe, but Thawne's experience with time travel, ridiculous levels of hacks, and frankly impossible speed
Oh
gave him
boy,
the
this is a
means to
comment
take the
section
win.
I don't want to
This
see.
fight was definitely
They,
not
Goku Super
underwhelming.
The winner is the Reverse Flash.
I kind of a little bit understand.
Let's see what next time is going to talk about.
If you're looking for something else to watch, Season 2 of Last Laugh is available right now on Rooster Teeth. It's a show all about contestants trying to make each other laugh, but everyone trying their hardest not to. If you laugh,
I've
you're
seen
out.
a couple of
Watch the
clips
first
from that.
episode
It's
right
stupid.
now by clicking the video on the side.
October 10th. Macho Man versus Kool-Aid Man.
Wait, what?
Episode 150, Macho Man
Versus Kool-Aid Man?
Oh yeah!
Oh no.
Oh, they're even involved in this!
Yeah, that's what they're like, oh no. That's what they're like, oh yeah!
This must have been like a fan request or one they've been wanting to do for a while. Okay, so we already know what we were talking about before. Goku Black, it took literally the god of everything to wipe him out.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I love they do explain like they don't think their opinion, they don't think it would have made a difference if it was fused Zamasu.
Yeah, even if it was.
If it was, they don't think it would have made a difference. And I kind of agree with them.
Yeah.
Because even with fused Zamasu, the underlying factor is the time ring. The thing that makes Goku Black the living paradox.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say is that without the ring, he becomes very much that living paradox doesn't exist anymore once he destroys that ring. That's why when he took away that ring, I'm sitting there going, that makes sense because freaking Reverse Flash, he's naturally a living paradox.
Yeah.
He doesn't need an item to keep him like that. So then once he took that away from him, then that's who he's able to...
Sorry, slightly off topic. That's really cool what Barry did with him in the end.
Yeah.
But anyways, go on.
No, but yeah, but that's what it was though. That's why I said that's really cool twist there that even I missed out.
I gotta admit, this has been one of my more there's been good episodes. One of my favorite ones because
it really did dive deep into.
Because even the pre-battle stuff was really entertaining as well. Like with like the one you kept on bringing it up was like the only person who wielded this sword, the Mister, is Yamcha. Wait, what?
Even
and then it cuts to the next thing, and then freaking Boomstick going full time travel logic for like
logic. We even had
Wiz going, yeah.
You're right about all of that.
But honestly, it was really cool finding out more about Reverse Flash.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was how he started. Was he was an extreme fanboy
he was.
of Barry, but once he found out Barry didn't want a part of his life because Barry had his own life.
That's when things went the other way.
And damn, he got obliterated. Like you can't say he didn't get killed at least multiple unique ways.
Oh yeah, that's why I said that's why I stated. After watching this, even you could agree. Going. It's like, I like they're doing the Black Adam film. I want to see a Reverse Flash film.
Well, you never know. If Black Adam does successful, we may get that. But not in the Dwayne The Rock Johnson version of Black Adam, where he's kind of an anti-hero, more of like episode 3 of Star Wars, kind of.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's more of like, we see him as this fanboy and stuff like that, and where it goes from there.
Yeah.
And... like I said, like they can easily turn in. There's a lot of DC heroes you could literally turn into their own film and still bring them into the DCEU, as a villain and stuff like that.
So unfortunately, because of this death battle, that makes DC Comics 3 Dragon Ball Z Series 0. Because there was the two Goku Superman fights and this fight. So don't worry, guys, you'll get a win someday. But other than that, folks, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, cancel that. We didn't even talk about the death battle itself, which was really clever. It was really clever. They kept on going. Yeah. They kept on going back in between each other, killing each other off in the past multiple times.
And let's not forget how they brought up the Flash's death battle with Quicksilver, and how they brought that up a couple of times during the beginning, where he's like, well, the Flash knew that and then that's where he cut off, and then we see him, how he actually set up the statue in the right specific spot.
That was clever.
As if it's a Reverse Flash that helped the Flash.
I think that's ultimately, that's your thing. That's ultimately why I think Reverse Flash won against Goku Black. Goku Black thinks he's better than everybody else, so he has this high standard for himself. Reverse Flash is a sociopath. He's a psycho. We saw what he's done to people.
Well, that's why they
a part of his life.
That's what they said pretty much. He is broken on the inside, pretty much. He is literally cracked on the inside to where he's mentally unstable.
I think that's another reason he ultimately won, because he was willing. He didn't really give a shit. He just wanted to kill him. That's it. So I guess that was the only part I felt a nitpick was like he figured out that it was the time ring. It's like I don't know.
I know that's your nitpick with this one and this death battle compared to my nitpick in the last one.
But overall, I thought this was one of my more favorite death battles.
Yeah, this is a really good, strong one. So,
and we're gonna definitely get very interested on the next one. So, oh yeah. So, Other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about death battles and infinite paradoxes, that first part, not the last part, hit the subscribe button down below, hit that bell icon as well.
Definitely let us know what you guys thought of this death battle. In our last reaction, we definitely, you know, I do agree with certain people say they do have rules in the death battle, stuff like that. You know, I understand that. So, you know, I think if it was more, you know, a little bit more, you know, if they did know each other, I think Batman would have still won. But either which way, even if he didn't know him, you know, props to Iron Man for beating Batman. But back to this though, is that what do you guys think of this death battle? Do you agree with this death battle? Do you think that Reverse Flash, you know, would have actually won, or you think Goku Black should have won hands down overall, stuff like that? It's just to you, is this another Goku versus Superman situation, or is this different to you in your opinion? I mean, let us know in the comments down below. Put down what you thought of our reaction overall for this death battle, but most importantly, we thank you for watching.
So until next time, folks, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very paradoxical filled episode of SRB.
See ya.
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
As well as one of our other SRB shows.
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
You can find us on Twitter and Stardust,
at Super React Bros.
as well as on Facebook.
At Super Reaction Bros.